I hate situations like this.
Rabid wolves! What you staring at, coward?
Who, me? Watch your tongue, you snot!
Stay back from the gate. Rotten hell, murderer!
What are we waiting for, man? Why aren't we fighting now?
Aha! Did you see that?
Calm your people. Let them go home.
Why would we do that? No way! These freeloaders made fools of us all. They ate our food, drank our wine, and lived here like serpent kings. They promised to protect us, but they're no more handy in a fight than a plate of soggy biscuits. I'll show them. I'm going to beat the nonsense out of them.
Hang on, don't start a fight. They're the king's subjects after all. There'll be plenty of time later to use brute force.
Fine, fine. We submit ourselves to the authority of the crown. What's the point in arguing? Calm down, lads. The king's people are here. They'll deal with these rogues.
Here's what I propose. Your people leave the square, quietly. I made an arrangement with the peasants. Now it's up to you.
Hey, who are you anyway? Why should I trust you?
I came here at the behest of the prince, and I act in his name. Stop showing off for your friends, and order a retreat while the offer's hot. But you stay behind. I have some questions for you.
I see. What a life, huh? I don't want to start my journey to the underworld in this hole. Everybody, return to our yard. There'll be no fight today. The Marcellans give their word.
Now let's have a little chat. Why did you come here? Who sent you?
Very well. I'm sick of the lies. We're from the Mage Factory. We work as guards there. They sent us to Rickville to fetch supplies, and here we are. Luggy must have possessed us.
Was this before the disaster at the Mage Factory?
I know nothing about any disaster. We weren't at the Mage Factory that night. They sent us to Rickville for provisions. We followed orders, that's all. What do we do now? We'll be arrested as deserters. They probably won't even bother questioning us. Just hang us from the trees. Or maybe a sharp blade would make a better end. That's why I made up the story about the Archmage. I wanted to buy some time.
Stay here, and stay quiet. I might have some more questions for you.
Well, we don't have anywhere else to go.
Do you know this medallion?
Of course I do. Belongs to my son Hugo.
I bring bad tidings. Hugo's been put in a cage in a tavern near Marcella. He was caught stealing.
That insolent brat. That mama's boy. What a disgrace. I spent so much time on him. So much effort. And he just... well, it's nothing to do with me. Tell them he's not my son. And I won't do nothing to help him. The son of Rickville's headman cannot be a thief. Go to the people who caught him and tell them this. The law says misdeeds must be punished. So punished he will be.
What a slacker! A Loggy's fool! I'll show you, bastard! Ah!
Well, well.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, that was so rude. I was cursing Fontaine. That's my apprentice. I sent him to the fair to get a toolbox, and he just took off.
Where to, you reckon?
He must be at the tavern by the tower. I caught him in the baths last time. I bet he's in there again. If you happen to see him, tell him that Kamos is really eager to have him back. Boy's worse than a trawl.
I'm tired of living here. How much longer must we slave away for that George?
Creator, save us. This is Hugo's medallion. What happened to him?
Hugo is locked in a cage outside a tavern near Marcella. He was caught stealing.
Who's guarding him? That big brute Garlon from the tavern?
Indeed. What about it?
He used to take bribes back when he was a guard. Everyone knows it. No reason it shouldn't work now. I implore you, take it. It's all I have. Please, give this purse to Hugo before it's too late.
I'm tired of living here. How much longer must we slave away for that George?
Rickville's ways are certainly curious. A brother and sister quarreling for 7 years.
As if every family in Floster lives
Are you Garrick? Your sister Mercia sent me.
Right, Mercia. She never rests, does she? Is she out helping the poor again? Does she need more of my grain to feed another regiment of freeloaders?
Name your price.
Yeah, it's all right. I was just making conversation. No need to bring prices into it. I'm happy to help Mercia. I'll send grain and some ham for good measure. However, the village has to endorse the decision first. We're a community here. What are people gonna say if I just start giving away our grain?
So now I have to lecture everyone in the village on the importance of helping the refugees?
No, it's not that complicated. Get the village elder, the healer, and the blacksmith to agree. No one will defy their authority.
Well, what is it? Tell me, is it pretty? It is. Towers tall as the sky and pure water.
Do you think I'm your enemy? Your pet wolf stole my totem.
It is for the good of nature.
You've been alone in the woods for so long, it's driven you mad. Sorry, the animals are not for sale right now.
That's too bad. I'd like to buy a few hounds.
I can't do anything about it. The animals no longer obey me. I lost my druidic totem, the tool I used to tame them. Or to be more precise, it was stolen.
Who stole your totem?
A wolf came out of the woods and snatched it. My sister sent it.
Are you and your sister rivals?
No. Arrogaster and I are not rivals. We had a falling out 7 years ago, when she became a hermit. She lives near the Thousand-Year Oak, and follows the way of the elven druids. She's against me handling animals. All she does is watch over them and heal them when needed. But I can't live her way. I don't want to either. I've gone to the Oak and tried to reason with her so many times. But I cannot get her to listen. My heart is sinking. After all, she is family.
Oh, I'll tell you more. Askold used to talk a lot about this crypt he stumbled upon. Told me it's full of gold left behind.
Adios.
Tell me, sir, is the village willing to send provisions to the refugees?
I heard about them. What I heard is they're over in Mercia's place, carousing and singing songs. Of course, it would be charitable to help the poor souls.
Great. Do I have your consent then?
But it wouldn't be right for me to make such an important decision alone. We're a community, after all. What does our dear blacksmith Komos think?
On Garrick's behalf, I'm asking the community to send grain to the Mage Factory refugees. Do you have any objections?
Yes, I heard something about these unfortunates. I don't oppose helping them, but what are the others in Rickville going to say?
Yeah.
Let's talk again once you've persuaded Aglaya. She's the village healer.
I'm tired of living here. How much longer must we slave away for that, George?
At least he pays. Anyway, we can't return to...
Oh,
How do you like that wonderful fresh bread from our Garrick?
Aha. So you had some too.
working the land. is
That's
the
because he
hardest
tossed all
part of
sorts of
life.
magic powers into it.
Magic powers? How do you like that wonderful fresh bread from our Garrick?
Aha. So you had some
Open
too.
your eyes, will you?
I sure did. So sour you could hardly
Oh, I'll tell you more. About this crypt he stumbled upon. Told me it's full of
Anyone
gold
can tread
left
on
behind by
it.
the
Found
serpent
in the
worshippers.
cemetery, alongside some old books.
A new face in our village.
Are you the local healer? Garrick sent me.
Interesting. What's this all about then?
Garrick would like to lend a hand to the starving refugees. He wants to send grain, but I need your approval.
I'm sure his sister Mercia is behind this. She's such a kind-hearted girl. This is her idea, right? Since you enjoy doing good deeds, can you do something for us this time?
How many more errands do I have to run for these refugees?
It's fairly easy. I just need 4 bunches of flowers from the Pelian marshes. There, beyond the hills. They're called ghost lilies. All these undead roaming about spread diseases, just like rats. The porpoise plague, the coronary infection, the chicken cough. Awful. But in the right preparation, ghost lilies will protect you from all that. Do this for me, and those delightful refugees can have as much as they need.
Why don't you go pick them yourself?
I told you, there are too many undead staggering around. I'm a healer, not a warrior.
Nothing here.
You can speak to me? Really? Is it time to become one with the Creator?
I've spoken to spirits before, but a talking skull? How odd.
'Tis true. I know more about the afterlife than anyone. And my experiences of the past few centuries have been uncanny indeed. How do I possess all this knowledge? What man am I? Or woman? It has all been erased from my memory. Faded with the long march of time. Why am I yet bound to this world?
No body, no memory, but you haven't lost your ability to speak. What else do you still possess?
I know not. Could it be that I need time to recollect who I am? Someone scattered my bones over the marshes, and I can feel something connected to me in the very middle of it. My immortality is a heavy burden. If only I could find a way to become one with creation. My bones were brought here to be secreted away. A woman, a powerful sorceress, wept over them. She lamented for all those fallen, while serving a knight by the name of Baldwin. All those cloven by dwarven axes, or pierced by the spears of the undead. The mourner's magic protected those warriors slain by the necromancers. But centuries have passed, and all that is left of her tears are the ghost lilies.
Lilies grown from tears. If only I were a bard.
Yes, they are but an echo of those time-worn spells. The one who lies here, beneath my bones, witnessed a mighty assault. An army charging through the blossoming hills towards the walls of the town. He walked among the undead, risen by black necromancy and fear. If an arrow fired from the walls of Marcella did not kill him, that fear would.
Marcella has not been attacked since the days of King Maximus. What battle are you talking about?
I wouldn't know. The fair knight Baldwin led the Marcellan army into battle. This is the spot where Baldwin's protector perished. A squire whose name has been lost to the centuries fought to protect his master until his wounds forced him to the ground. The last thing he saw, before his eyes went black, were the last of Morcolt's units fleeing back to Rigern.
You're telling me that Morcolt of Rigern laid siege to Marcella? That was 500 years ago, during the reign of King Maximus.
Yes. In truth, it was a long time ago. So that's what. It was I, Nisevra the sorcerer, who learned King Maximus was absent on a mission to conquer the elves, and led the undead to the walls of Marsella. What would the Dukes of Rigern, Hugo, and Murkult do without me? Those good-for-nothings. They are but dust under the boots of the mighty masters of death. Thus thought I, but twin lightning bolts from two of Nevedis' sorceresses reduce me to ash. Separately, I would have thrashed either of them.
Are you going to tell me that in order to return to the world of the living, you must kill me?
I long for vengeance on all those who lived while I lay dead. You will be but the first victim of the mighty Nisevra.
Oh, I can smell the ghost lilies. Did you bring enough?
Lucky you. I can't smell anything but swamp now.
That's all right. It'll wear off. And for problems that don't wear off so easily, I have something left from my days in the capital and a few other things I made myself. I hope they'll be useful for you.
Aglaya, the village needs your approval to help the refugees from the Mage Factory.
Yes, why not do a good deed? I approve. Let everybody know it. Are you heading to the Mage's Tower? I've a request for you.
Yes. I'm not a delivery boy, though.
I understand. You have your own tasks. But is there any way you could check something for me? I'm worried about my niece.
Go on.
Her name's Yvonne. I haven't seen her for 10 days now. She said she was heading to the tower to meet a friend. Of course, she's an adult now, but I'm still worried.
10 days, you say? That's a long time. I hope I can find her.
I'm tired of living here. How much longer must we slave?
I'm here about the donation of grain for the refugees. I have Garrick and Aglaya's support. What do you say, blacksmith?
Well, yes, of course. I'll always support a kind deed.
I'm here about the grain for the Mage Factory refugees.
As if we don't have enough problems of our own.
Garrick, that's one. Aglaya, that's two. Kalmos, That's 3. They all approve of helping the refugees. What do you think?
Have they now? All in favor, are they? Well, I guess I am too. Let's feed these unfortunates. Cost be damned. Tell Garrick to load up the cart.
How do you like that wonderful fresh bread from our Garrick?
Aha. So you had some too. Found them in the cemetery.
Everyone agrees, even the village elder. Load up the cart, he said.
See? There are no bad people in our village. We'll get those refugees fed after all. Soon their bellies will be bloated with wholesome food instead of malnutrition. We don't need a cart. I made arrangements with a trusted contact outside Marcella. I'll send him a message and he'll get the victuals to you in due course. Meanwhile, let's talk about how the refugees are going to repay us.
That was unexpected.
Order is order. Let them fix our mill, and Kamos can always use some extra hammering at his smithy. That way they won't be parasites, but working people just like us.
Rickville's ways are certainly curious. Brother and sister quarreling for 7 years.
How do you like that wonderful fresh bread from our Garrick?
This bread is so good.
I could just eat until I drop. Bread! From Garrick!
Wonderful!
Your brother was a big help. We finally have enough food for everyone.
Garrick sends his greetings. Did the provisions arrive yet?
Yes, we have plenty of food now. I cannot even fathom how to properly thank you for your help. Luckily, my little Willie came to my aid.
Little Willie, eh? I sense a truly royal reward coming my way.
The other day, Willie was digging for worms by the river when he chanced upon an ancient ring. After I washed away the dirt, it turned out to be quite a thing of beauty. Please accept it as a token of our gratitude. Oh, and the refugees discovered something interesting over across the fields. Would you mind taking a look?